says we're waiting. Now we're good to go. All right. Welcome to the August 7th edition of I Support Your Business. Today with me is Baldeep Singh of CNC604. Welcome, Baldeep.
Hey, thanks, Tom. Thanks for welcoming me. Thank you so much.
That is so great. You said you knew my name, and I didn't introduce myself to anybody. So you know who I am, and nobody else does. So let me introduce myself, because that was one of those in my excitement. I forgot to introduce myself. My name is Tom Graham, and I am a matchmaker. I connect people with themselves, and I focus in on mindfulness for business. And creating a space for people to be heard. So, with all that said, welcome, Baldeep. And yeah, how about you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, I'm an electrical engineer. Uh,
Uh-huh.
yeah, and I've visited a lot of places in the world. I'm married. I have two kids. They're no more kids. They're grown ups now. I'm
Yeah.
just in the business, and uh, well, being an electrical engineer, I worked with GE
Yep.
for 3 years, and
How
then
many?
signed off from them saying that I want to become a businessman, a self entrepreneur. Okay,
Yeah.
so took that challenge,
Yeah.
and this is why I'm here today.
Well, my background's in chemical engineering, and we used to make fun of EE people. We said they were the propeller heads,
Oh, yes.
the
I
really
mean,
smart people that, yeah.
yeah, I was looking at the power generation, so I was looking at the hydro and the gas turbines in Middle East and India. So you bet, you propeller stuff is right.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you so much. Um, so you are located where now?
I'm located in British Columbia, Surrey,
Yep.
Canada.
Awesome. And then what kind of yeah, I know a little bit about what you do. And so do you mind just sharing a story of how you grew into why did you choose? Okay, so let me back up just a second. So this is I'll share what I know, just a little flavor of it. So you do 3D CNC cutting with a CO2 laser. And how many other lasers do you have?
We have three lasers. One is a fiber laser, which is
Okay,
around it's around 40 watts. I have a
that's
laser
pretty
which is
high power,
five.
right?
Say that again.
Fiber lasers are pretty high power, right?
Oh yeah, they're high powered. We use them for usually for engraving jewelry or small stuff. I do get engine parts. I engrave on engine parts as well.
Okay.
Uh, and then we have two CO2 lasers. One is 180 watts and one is 90 watts. So
Yep.
I have a bed. 180 has a bed of 5 by 10, and the 90 has a bed by 4 by 3. So
Okay. So let me just you said it, but you didn't put units on it. So how big is that?
uh, the biggest is 5 by 10 feet.
5 foot by 10 foot.
Yeah,
So that's bigger than a sheet of plywood. That's bigger than the bed
yeah,
of a pickup truck.
yeah.
So if you've got a big project, then Baldeep has an amazing capacity. I said
Yes.
it's massive. It occurs to me as massive because most of the little tabletop stuff I play with is small.
You're right
Why
about it.
why did you choose such a big platform?
Uh, that was an opportunity which I saw that British Columbia, and especially in Vancouver and Surrey, that there's a lot of film production teams here, and they work on bigger projects.
Yep.
So they do require cuttings of size of 5 by 10 or 4 by 8 sheets, laser cut. So that I saw that the market does not have that much of a capacity to handle that. So that
Yeah.
gave me an opportunity, and so I jumped on it.
Yeah.
And so we did work for few of the film productions. We had created one of the spaceships for them. So
There's one word I'm not catching. It starts with a f, and you say it quickly, and I'm like, I can't hear that word.
okay, so uh, we, I got an opportunity when I got these lasers. The bigger laser was for the film production team.
That word, fill in.
Film production.
Oh, got it. Film.
Yeah, film. I'm sorry, I was too fast on that.
No problem. So then, what kind of films do you cut?
No, the film production team comes over to us to, if they want to, like, for example, one of the film production team came over and they wanted to cut spaceship parts. So
Oh, I got it. So people building sets for the movie industry.
yes,
Oh, that's fun.
that's fun.
Yeah, so you're doing like bus cutouts, panels, and all
Yes.
kinds of crazy stuff. So you probably do you this is a side business. Do you cut out like for 3M products, Scotch Cal, the decorative, maybe
Yes,
that's
yes.
oh really?
That we do cut decorative parts. A lot of interior designers are with us, and they keep on trying new stuff. Event organizers are there with us. They
Yeah,
want to be always trying to put something different in the market, so they keep on coming and trying a lot of stuff with us. And
yeah,
because I have that bed of 5 by 10 in laser, that gives them the biggest opportunity.
yeah. I'm just looking at my wall back here. My wall's like 10 feet across. So
Yes,
we could put a decal 5 feet tall of a natural woods shape,
you bet.
trees, a moose, and have the moose silhouette and the trees. Oh,
Yes,
wow, that's cool.
that's where the imagination starts, Tom.
Right. So okay, so tell me, how does this process work when people they have an idea or they have a problem, they come to you and how walk me through like a process. How does that
Yeah, usually what happens is we do tell people when they are talking to us over phone that it's better that you come over to the workshop, because
Yeah.
once they do come over to the workshop or they get into a Zoom call with me, and I show them the workshop, then the idea starts clicking.
Oh,
Usually,
sure.
yeah, people usually come with one idea, but when they
Yep.
leave, their mind is gobbling, and I get that compliment so many times. And one of the guys, he said that, believe, when I left your workshop, I had to stop after 5 minutes on a roadside at a petrol station, put my notes together so that I don't forget. And he said, believe, are you okay if I call you at morning at 5 o'clock? I said, why? And usually I'm in the washroom and I get bigger ideas than what I have written right now. So that's fun. That's
Awesome.
what happens. So it starts with one idea, but once they are at the workshop, multiple ideas start triggering. And then once there are about 5, 6 ideas with them, we choose one which is most appropriate for them that they want to work on. And then we work on the designing part of it. That's where my
Yeah.
family and everybody comes in, my son and daughter comes in the picture. And then we get on to the programming part. And the first prototype is goes for the production. And once the prototype is ready in production, the manufacturing gets over. And then if he really likes it, then we go for the branding part of
Right. Yeah, I can tell this really lights you up.
it. You bet. You know why, Tom? You know why? Because when a person comes who has put so much effort in a prototype and he wants that story to become a success, not only to earn his bread and butter, to give him a stand where he is, give him a place in the market. And
Yeah.
when you work with those people for 6 months to 8 months and put that in the market and it becomes a success story, you really feel proud of her. You proud of it and you feel that you're given back to the world.
Yeah, I get
And
that.
I'll tell you, Tom, there are some artists that, because I sign NDAs, I will not name people, but there are some artists who come over to us
Yeah.
and they keep on working on designs. And you know that person today is a success story, and a success story that he's selling his product as at such a high premium price, because anybody looks at their products, he says, I have never seen that before.
Yeah.
Another guy, there's another person, who bought a car, and he's a YouTuber, and he wanted to convert that car into a living house. So because he's traveling a lot, he doesn't like to stay in motels and in hotels. So we he did get that design done it professionally, but the execution was done at our workshop, and
Yeah.
that person has spent almost months with us. And
Yeah.
finally, when that product was settled and he established that in the car, and when last 2 months back he went to the YouTube and showed that to the world, it's a hit.
Oh
It's a hit.
wow. So now you create this NDA, and people have that ability to have their privacy, their ideas, their intellectual property protected.
Yes.
That's one of those things that I heard earlier from you when we were talking, that is really significant, and that's the integrity of your word, is you hold it very high.
Yes, sir. That's the priority. The first thing that I can only have a person, Tom can only have faith in me if he believes that he trusts me.
Right.
Trust matters a lot.
Right. Yeah, I got that. You said something, I don't want to pass by it, and it really gets me going, because you're creating a family business
Yeah.
enterprise,
Yeah.
a family enterprise.
Yes.
And it's like, I don't think your name does your company justice. I think it's more like CNC think tank,
Yeah.
where the ideas are popping out like popcorn.
You bet.
Yeah. And it's just like the creative space, or creative playpen. It's just, I'm excited just listening to you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Now I got to check my notes, so hang on just a second. Um, yeah. So a couple things I've got questions on. One is, so you got this massive bed. I think of it as big, and you can cut shapes. In addition, you've got other stuff too. But what are the different basic platforms that you bring to the table when somebody's looking for something?
Yeah, that's the advantage I'm having over a lot of other people, is that because I have the CNC router, which has 5 by 10 bed. I
So
have a
just
laser.
explore.
Yeah.
CNC is computer numerical control
Yes.
bed. So there's a cutter, and
Yes.
it's run by a computer, and it follows the shape of the designer who designed it on the computer. Okay.
Yep. You're right about it.
And then,
Then we have the laser, 3 laser machines that we have, and then we have a UV printer.
so the lasers cut out also,
Yes.
and that's computer controlled. So that's how the CNC name comes in.
Yes.
Awesome. And then you have a UV printer.
Yeah.
Now that's something. You want to explain just a little bit about what a UV printer is?
Yeah, UV printer is a unique machine that the particular inks that we use can print directly on wood, can print directly on metal, can directly print on plastic, and can directly print on glass. It's a very common thing that I said, but the difference here is that when I use a UV printer,
Yep.
print directly on raw wood, it dries in fraction of a second. So if Tom comes over to me, he says he has this photograph has a lot of clarity, and I can convert that into a file which the computer system accepts. Then I can go and print directly on a wooden piece, and
Yep.
people love to see something printed directly on wood.
Yeah. Okay. I was thinking, can you print on a cake?
I can print something, but not on a cake. No, not it has to be a flat surface.
Cake is flat, right?
No, that ink is not eatable. So
Not edible. I got that. So it's UV ink, so it's UV cured, so that affords special characteristics of the ink. Do you ever do fluorescent inks?
I've not tried them yet, but
Not yet, huh?
yeah.
So I'd be in the, hey, let's play.
Why
Oh,
not?
you could glow in the dark.
Yeah, when I said that we're working with an artist, uh, that's a similar kind of a thing that we're working with him or her. I will not say that,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
that when she creates that, if 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 you go into a dark room, you can see the whole thing glow.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And not only that, this is the beautiful thing with that UV ink thing. You can actually do layers, and it would, if you do enough layers, it would have a depth effect.
Oh, you bet. We have done that. We have done that. People love to see that. They once from one of the spiritual team, they came to us and they want to print an oath. And when we printed on that, and my daughter and my son said, "Let's give it another print on it." And
Yeah.
when it did, we could feel the print, and it came out so good that people they love it. They love it.
Oh, that's so cool. I've got ideas, and I want to keep my intellectual property, so we'll talk later about them.
Okay, sure.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good idea. I better write that down. Um, anyway, yeah, this is ideas pop around to you, don't they?
Oh yeah. Once Tom, if you come to the shop, then it's a different story altogether because you
Yeah, so
see.
it's even better than just talking to you.
Thank you.
Cool. Now, what normally we don't talk about competition, but I just want to touch on the base. How are you? What do you have that's different than other people? What sets you apart? Okay, so let me. What I heard so far, your integrity. I'm guessing your integrity sets you apart from your competition. The fact that you've got these massive, large work beds, work surfaces to work on.
Yep.
That's another one. And then what you've said so far, it's family oriented and and
The few things I can add on it.
yeah, yeah. I
Uh,
should you talk.
quick turnaround time.
Okay.
That's the one thing. And
Yep.
another big thing is it's a one-stop shop.
Okay.
Somebody comes over only for CNC router, but then he looks at what the laser can give a result. He says, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, hold on, buddy. Can we do this on the laser?" I said, "Okay, fine." And when he gets the cut on the laser, he said, "Can we print on the UV?" I said, "Yes." So it starts from just from cutting or engraving, printing, and then the branding part of it. So
Yeah.
that's the thing. And some people ask this very question very commonly to us. Baldeep, can I get a piece done? I said we do a wholesale as and retail. So I do one and I do hundreds.
Oh
I
wow.
do all of them or
That's
thousands
great.
or thousands.
That is so great. How can people get a hold of you?
We have a website. We have what we call an email ID. We have the website.
Okay.
Contact details are all available on that, so anybody can get in touch through email or we are on Instagram. So anything, any orders.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Um, do you have we're I'm just so excited and I've got ideas and I'll give you one idea that I have just right here right now is to CNC cut metal. Actually, after you print it, cut the metal out and then take it to a secondary process and form it into a 3D shape. And then you could get some crazy.
You bet. So that's where the imagination starts. That's where
Yeah,
the creativity starts. It's a
awesome.
place of it calls the not the big boys toys, but yeah, that's what I call it. The
Yep,
big boys and girls toys.
nice.
Yeah.
So, what's a message that we can leave our listeners with? What's a take home message?
The take home message is we strive to experiment and explore endless creative possibilities.
Wow.
Thank you.
Baldeep, thank you so much for your generous sharing today.
Thank you,
I
Tom.
really appreciate you.
Thank you.
Yeah.